Mm. Please tell me y'all saw that episode of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms last evening. Oh, I've watched it twice, and I'm still thinking about that ending, man. What a phenomenal episode. Uh, I'm going to go out and say this is one of the better episodes of television that we've gotten recently. I mean, from start to finish, this episode was fantastic. I'm still so pissed off about the 30-minute episodes. However, everything that we want from Game of Thrones, everything that we want from I mean, everything that we want from this universe, man, we are getting with this show. And with it being done so well. So let's dive into the episode, man. So to start off the episode, we know we're about to go to the Battle of Seven, right? Baylor just declared that he's going to be fighting with Sir Duncan, being his seventh rider, right? And so now battle begins. So as the battle begins, Sir Duncan, blow, stab, right? But then we get stuck into a flashback. Now, I've been seeing some stuff online where people are pretty upset to interrupt the battle to show a flashback. But I'm going to tell you, that flashback was extremely fitting for the story, right? So in this flashback, it shows a young Sir Duncan. And of course, it looks like it's right after the battle of the Blackfire, about a battle of the Blackfire Rebellion. He's, of course, stealing horseshoes and different things. And it even shows him kill a man, unalive a man, uh, so that he can, just to show a little bit of mercy to that man, his horse laying on him, stuff like that. Then you see this young girl who seems to be there very close, and they're kind of they're living through life together and navigating, and something tragic happens, and this is where he first meets Arlen of Pennytree, and so the story was truly fitting for the rest of this episode, right? So all the stuff that transpires in this flashback, it really ends with Sir Arlen telling him to get up, right? And so you see Sir Duncan gets up, and I mean, you want to talk about some of the best display of like night fighting that we've seen on television or on movies. I mean, some of the best. One of the best scenes that we've gotten was from this episode last night. The fighting between him and Aemon. Oh, it was. I was glued in every minute of it, and then even the second time, I'm just like, "Holy crap! What a great episode this is!" Um, and of course, with leading to Sir Duncan getting his victory, but that didn't come without a cost, right? Sir Duncan is one. He's beat to hell, stabbed multiple places. I can't even open it. Um, he's a victor, and he shows him being carried off. Um, you have Raymond survive. It looks like the one-eyed guy, he died, and I can't remember who else. I'll have to go back and look at it again, but and then Baylor comes in and talks about, and he's like, I'm your man, Prince, I'm your man, whatever you need. And he said, the realm needs good knights, but Baylor asks Raymond, he says, hey, come over here and help me take my helmet off. Raymond tries, he can't. Then he asks that blacksmith man, the one with the bald head and the nose ring. He comes over and he's like, your helmet's smashed in on the back, dude. Like it's smashed into the back of your armor. Well, they take off his helmet, and all you hear is just the gushing, right? And it shows him he's stepping around, walks in like a circle. His head is literally smashed on the back of his helmet. He's smashed in. Ah, oh, falls to the ground, tears Egg and Sir Duncan up. So now, for anybody who's unfamiliar with the history of Westeros and George R. R. Martin's writing, Prince Baelor was the heir to the Iron Throne. heir to the Iron Throne. Well, now that he is dead, his succession, the succession of the Targaryen has changed now. Now it's going to his brother Maekar, right? And I mean, just to give a little bit into, just to kind of get a little speculative about the history here. If Prince Baelor never died, the Seven Kingdoms and what we know as Game of Thrones would have happened so much differently, right? Or maybe never happened, right? So for those who are a little unfamiliar, so now with Prince Maekar being in line to the king, you know, Daeron his oldest, Aemon his second oldest, and then Egg being his youngest, right? Well, for those who don't know, Egg will eventually become king. Egg eventually becomes king, passing over his brothers, um, due to different things that transpire. And just to let you know, Egg's son is the Mad King, the father of Daenerys, her brother, and Rhaegar. So, if Prince Baelor never died, the Seven Kingdoms maybe would have been in better hands in the long run. But, guys, what a freaking phenomenal episode of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I'm loving this show more and more every week. I am pissed off we only get 30-minute episodes, but it's all great, man, because this show is freaking phenomenal. We got one episode left, and the promo shows kind of just to clean up after what just happened, right? And that will be the season finale, but good news is we are getting a season 2 next year. So let me know what you guys thought of the episode down below. What a great freaking episode of a television show. Let me hear your guys' comments and your thoughts. But until next time, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more The Real G.